Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Lorraine 155 Mini 51. It's a Tier 8 French SPG located on the south spawn of Serene Coast. It's under the command of Beowulf 19K30. Not sure what the numbers represent, but he'll probably tell us sooner or later. Well, this is the 155mm armed French Arty based on the Lorraine 40-ton tank. So it's reasonably quick, but it has a fairly low alpha and a fairly low splash as well. Well, game started and it looks like he's probably going to try and get past this SU-152. He's got the acceleration to do it and he needs to get to his firing position. It looks like he's going to go the other side of the hills and shoot at the enemy tanks as they come down the peninsula. In fact, he's decided to knock the trees down and fire from the inlet. Okay, first target was in sight, but he's ignoring the Progetto. He's going for the heavies. Okay, go for the Eagle 7, who's just been tracked. Direct hit! 262 hit points from that one. Now, he's actually using the premium ammo straight away. That's got a burst radius of 9 meters. The alpha is 750. And it'll penetrate 45mm of armor, so he might be able to get through some of the enemy. And it looks like he just got hit by his own TOG. Somebody's come up behind him and shot him in the rear, and in fact actually he was jogged there just as he was aiming, which I don't think he'll appreciate, but that's what happens sometimes when you get really bad teammates. Rounds out in the Scorpion. Oh, it's not a Scorpion, it's a VK4503. Looked like a Scorpion, but it's not. It was the outline in the bush. It looked very much like a Scorpion outline. Okay, it's trying to get another round on. Line up the target. Work out where he's going. He's stationary. He's tracked. Rounds out. It lands right next door to him for 170. Unfortunately, it didn't hit the target because RNG didn't let him. Now, they did build prototypes for the Lorraine 155, 50 and 51. Unfortunately, during the trials they found that the tank actually did have some serious flaws. So they decided they wanted to go with an artillery piece that could actually revolve the turret all the way round. Now, that was a well-aimed shot, that, because he worked out exactly where the A43 was going to be when the shell would arrive, and that takes a little skill to learn that after a long period of time. But he is now one-shot, that guy. If he can land a shell near him, he will die. Okay, work it out. Oh, he doesn't need to worry because his teammates got the kill. It looks like the enemy's been kind of held up on the north end of the peninsula. He's trying to get a shot there on the KV2. Lines it up. That's good. It lands right behind him and tracks him. And he's picking up some stun assist and damage assist actually for tracking the KV2. And somebody's firing at him. Not sure which one it is. I think it might be the T-71DA that was doing it. We're one tank down on the enemy at the moment, but it's looking good so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. All the enemy boxed up in that corner. There's only one enemy tank. Well, there was only one enemy tank, the Stura Mill, but he just got taken out by our Type 59, which means now that the only enemy that's outside the east side of the map is this AMX 1357 and a Black Dog, the M4FI4. And he's just been wiped out. So yes, the enemy is now very much boxed in to the northeast corner of the map, and that's not good for any team when that happens. Right, the VK's decided he wants to shoot through the gaps between those buildings. Now, one thing the Beowulf might have problems with is the arc, because the thing about this Arty, it doesn't have a great arc of fire. So in terms of, oh, lovely shot in the SU-8, he had direct impact, took him out. Yes, it doesn't have very good arc. It's only got 15 degrees either side of the centre line, so 30 degrees in total. But the gun doesn't go all the way up, so the vertical arc is not that great, which means if you're sitting behind a big obstruction or object you have to fire over, it can actually be a bit of a problem. And in this game, well, he's got this gigantic rock in front of him, trying to dial in on the KV2, and the Tiger P's turned up, so he's gone for that instead. Yes, that was good. Right next door to him, it looked like it tracked him, and he's used this repair kit, I think. So he's not a happy bunny at the moment. Now the reload time is normally 28.76 seconds for this Arty, and you can see Beowulf's got it down to 24.89. That's very favourable. Oh, that was unfortunate. The target was killed just before his shell went out the barrel. Now it actually does reload fairly quickly, and it's favourable because it's about the same reload time you get from the M12. But obviously it's at tier 8, so you can get a lot more shells out with the Lorraine 15551. It was developed in 1951, that's why it's got the 51 on it. And the Lorraine 15550 obviously was developed in 1950. So they were 1 year apart, and in fact actually the 50 version was the original one, and they had to redesign it because of flaws. And that's where they come up with the Lorraine 15551. That KV2 is a very difficult target to hit. And in fact, it looks like the shell went into the water, but there was no splash. So I'm wondering, is there another target behind the KV2? And it looks like there was. And he might have hit the Caro P88, which was the other side of the KV2. Well, he's gone back to this side of the map because most of our guys have been wiped out trying to get to the cap. And there's only a Progetto defending it on that side. He's trying to get a shot with his Caro. It lands against the rock face. I think that Caro's going to die soon though, because there's a Tog the other side of him. Tog's totally ignoring the Caro, but the Caro's dead. So there were 2 Togs in this game, and one of them was the one that fired into Beowulf's rear. Still 2 Arty. He's found one of them. Dialing in. Rounds out. This looks good. Yes! Another kill. So that's 2 Arty he's got so far. There's the Progetto. Oh, there's the M4FI4. Now you want that one if you're going to get a counter battery. And he's reloading as fast as he can. Our team are getting very close. Here we go. Almost ready. Rounds out. Yes! That's a counter battery, and now it's just the Progetto left. He's just been tracked, and he was tracked by our M4FI4, and the kill shot comes in from the Tog, and the game is over. It's a victory. 3 kills for Beowulf, all of them Artys. And here's the end of battle results for Beowulf, 19k30 in the Lorraine 155mm51. He managed to get a 3rd class tanker in this game, a bruised medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 12, and he got a counter battery fire medal because he took out all 3 enemy Arty. In fact, a very good shot on the SU-8 because he was actually moving at the time, and I think he was about to try and disappear out of that position because he'd been spotted. But the shell caught him nonetheless and took him out, and then he got the other 2 even just after they'd been hit by teammates who were up that end of the map. So he timed it perfectly, because if he'd actually hit the shot and it actually wounded the target, then he probably would have lost the kill to his teammates instead. But he got in there just in time. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in this game. No, that went to the Progetto on the enemy team, 2,601 hit points. Followed by the Tog 2, or one of the Togs, 1950, and the other Tog was actually not a Tog. The Type 59 did 1,924. When it came to kills, it was the Tog 2 who managed to get 4 kills. 3 kills went to Beowulf, and also to the GW Tiger P on the enemy team. Their Progetto as well, all got 3, and then 2 kills to the M4FI4 on the enemy team, and the Type 59 on our team. When it came to base XP, it was the LC-M90 who did the best with 1,218. Then one of the Togs managed to get 1,024, and the M4FI4 got 865. Beowulf only got 769, but there's no need to worry about that because he did get that counter battery fire medal. Always nice when you protect your teammates from enemy Arty fire. Let's have a look at the detail. He fired 14 shots in that game, got 3 direct hits and 1 penetration. I think that was one of the Artys he penned. Pretty sure it was the GW, but we'll just check that. Doesn't actually say. Oh, there it is. It is the SU8 actually. He penetrated with a direct hit. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 164 hit points of damage assistance and 666 hit points of stun assist off 7 stuns. I didn't say the damage actually. It was 1,258 and all of it was done at 300 meters or more. And on the premium count, he earned 17,977 credits, got 30,000 from personal mission payout, and after ammunition resupply, even though he fired a few rounds of premium ammo, he actually ended up with a profit of 33,126 credits altogether. 769 base XP, and times 4 for the first victory, took away 4,616 experience points altogether. Not a bad game there, and it was an unusual position to fire from. A lot of people normally go round the corner onto the flat field around the side. I suppose the benefits of actually firing from that exit area are that you are further away from the enemy, you're less exposed because there's some trees there to protect you, and of course you can make a quick getaway if you want to. But I suppose the other disadvantage is that your teammates have to go past you if they're going to get to the peninsula, and I think one of those togs was more than a little upset that he had to do that, and he actually fired into Beowulf, not that it did any damage, and then nudged him just as he was about to fire, which also could be very, very annoying. So yes, probably not the best position to fire from, but it seemed to work for Beowulf. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.